Today on the Where Traveler podcast, we feature our host Teresa Rodriguez with some exciting guests from the Pebble Beach Food and Wine Festival. Teresa talks with Brent Weathers, a chef at the renowned John Tazar Steakhouse in Dallas, Texas, which is a chef-driven showcase of an aged protein emporium. Brent is a familiar face to people who attend food and wine festivals and hospitality industry events all around the country because he has a special talent for preparing delicate, technical, volatile dishes for 1,000 people at a time. In other words, he's got amazing chops, and he's a wizard of culinary consistency. He's also a big, tall guy with a huge personality and oversized charisma. He talks with Teresa about the chefs at Pebble Beach and the sense of community that these events bring out among his contemporaries and their shared audiences. You can follow him on Insta at Brett Audrey Weathers if you love delicious, unctuous food with great presentation. Teresa talks with Richie Nokano, a San Francisco chef who studied right at home at the California Culinary Institute in the heart of the city. He started his career at Sushi Run in Sausalito, and we salute him for immersing himself in such a specialized culinary discipline. But as a Japanese American, his palate and his exposure to so many other food cultures soon led him to Vada V in Walnut Creek and eventually back to San Francisco at Presa V. I experienced his cooking at Nopa, where he learned a special appreciation for seasonality and pairing and layering flavors and textures. But it was nearly 10 years ago when Richie Nokano opened Hapa Ramen at the world-famous farmers market at the Ferry Building, which led to a ramen shop that he opened following a Kickstarter campaign. He's also a gifted writer with an enormous following on his Line Cook blog and as a contributor for First We Feast, among other outlets. Richie has galvanized his place as a culinary and cultural voice of San Francisco. He knows where to get the best steak in the city and the best everything else, too. Follow him at Line Cook on Twitter and Instagram. Also joining Teresa in the Lexus is Royce Burke from Secret Lasagna, where he offers good hearty dishes that stick to your ribs. Last year he opened Yarrow, which is named after a medicinal herb that he has tattooed on his forearm. It's a vegan cafe that's centered on his upbringing and the influences of Los Angeles. He is famous for combining ingredients that pull from many cultures, like almost everything great in LA. He and Teresa talk about the 2 new restaurants he's opening in LA's Chinatown, a bagel stand, and a late-night eatery, his love for Thai food, and how he's always bringing something new to the table. What he brings to this table are the breakfast burrito from Yarrow and his secret lasagna, both with meat and vegan. You can follow him at Royce Burke on Twitter. And rounding out Teresa's visit is her conversation with Chef Sheldon Simeon. He was born in Hilo, studied at the Culinary Institute of the Pacific and at the Maui Culinary Academy. He made it to the finals on Season 10 of Top Chef in Seattle and won the fan favorite title. He was the executive chef at Mala Wailea in Maui and recently opened Tin Roof in Kahului, about a minute from the airport. Also Lineage Restaurant on the south side of the shops in Wailea, where he showcases the influences of his island upbringing. He and Teresa talk about what to eat on the beach and where he goes when he's not the one cooking to enjoy all of the great culinary influences that gather on Maui. You can follow him at Chef Wonder on Instagram or Twitter, or at Chef Sheldon Simeon on Facebook. We want to thank the Pebble Beach Food and Wine Festival for bringing this wonderful cast together for us and for our host. Here's Teresa Rodriguez.
You're listening to the Where Traveler podcast, the audio companion for Where Traveler magazine in print and online. For more information, go to wheretraveler.com. And now, Teresa Rodriguez, Editor-in-Chief for Where Traveler San Francisco.
Hey, this is Teresa Rodriguez with Where Traveler podcast, and we're with Brent Weathers in a Lexus.
Yeah.
at the Pebble Beach Food and Wine Festival.
Oh yeah.
Hey, you're from Dallas. You come all the way out here from Dallas.
I came all the way from Dallas to get to here and to eat up all the food.
Okay, so tell us what you do in Dallas.
I cook with John Tezar. We do a lot of dry-aged meat, and it's a steakhouse, but it's like with the chef mindset or the chef, say chef-driven, but it's a lot of thought put into the food. A lot of classic stuff, but it's very tasty stuff, which allowed us to open up a second restaurant. So we're doing good in terms of that's concerned. Yeah.
So what brings you out to Pebble Beach? This is what, your 4th time out here?
This is my 4th time out here, and it's time well spent. Every time we're out here, we're doing like 2 or 3 events. This year we're doing 2 events, and the event, this is our 3rd year doing French omelets on the Grand. Yeah. So it's kind of challenging to say French omelet because it's like low and slow.
Yeah. Tell us about a French omelet.
French omelet is, it's all about the egg, and it's all about the technique. And French omelet, you don't want any color, but you want to taste the flavor of. It's just a beautiful thing. It's a lot of technique involved, but to do it for 1,200 people, it's absurd. But with the focus, it can be done, and it's really tasty, which allowed us to be here the 3rd year.
Wow. So where are you doing the French omelet? Where can people
It's
find
here at this grand tasting tent tomorrow. I guess Sunday. Yeah, tomorrow's taste. Tomorrow's event.
Hey, so you come out here. Can you tell people about Pebble Beach, what you love about the area, what to do, what to see?
Everything from the scenery to the networking to the, because we're all here, we're all in the hospitality industry. So the idea of we're all here being friendly and meeting new people and seeing what people are passionate about doing, and it's just a good way to just get out there to see what's going on and see what everyone's about, to get inspired, to be encouraged. It's just a beautiful, and then the ocean and the beach and the mountains that helps that helps quite a bit too.
Yeah, because you don't have any don't have any beach over in Dallas.
No, but when I'm in Dallas, I daydream about it, so that makes up for it. But when you actually hear it in real life, it's a big deal.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's so funny. You guys were literally sitting in a Lexus. My wine glass is empty, which is the worst part of this whole thing. Brent, how tall are you?
I'm 6'3".
So you can just imagine him in this car. And people are just like, what's going on?
It took me 2 minutes to get in the car, if I may add that. It took me like a good while before we even started recording. I couldn't even get in the car good.
So for big guys, you might want to think about a bigger car than this one.
Well, I think there's adjustments to be made because I'm not the average person, so I think you can sit it. Actually, it's perfect. Actually,
there you go.
If you are 7'9", it's a concern. But no, this is actually more than enough.
Yeah,
I'm 6'3", 270 something pounds, and this is actually more than enough. So this is right on and comfortable.
Yeah, good. All righty. Well, I don't think we can take it out this very second because we'd hit a lot of people.
I would like to drive right now, but yeah, you're right. Good point.
Yeah,
can't do it.
Can't make it happen at this particular moment because we are at the Pebble Beach Food and Wine Festival. What are some of the highlights of the festival that people shouldn't miss when they come?
It depends what you're into. Some people are really, they love wine. They love all of, and they're just here just to drink. Some people are here to meet other chefs, to see what they do, to see if what the hype is true. Like, there's so many celebrity chefs here. And you're just like, well, I see these guys on TV. Is the food really that good? And it's a good chance to come meet and greet and taste and to see if, and to see who's what, It's a good way to, whatever you're into, like Pebble Beach has it for you.
That's great. So where did you fly into? What airport did you fly into?
DFW to San Francisco, whatever.
San Francisco International Airport. And then from San Francisco
we'll go back to DFW.
Okay, fantastic. Once again, everyone, this is Teresa Rodriguez with Where Traveler Podcast and Brent Weathers, the chef from Dallas. Thanks for your time, sir.
Time well spent, indeed.
Hey, so how can people find you?
That's a great question. Goodness, I forgot my name. Oh yeah, Brent Andre Weathers Instagram.
Okay, we'll see you. We'll see you there.
Indeed.
Thanks.
Thank you for having me.
Hi, this is Teresa Rodriguez with Where Traveler Podcast, and we're here with Richie Nokano, who is a Japanese American who lives in San Francisco. He's famous for his ramen cuisine, and now we are here at the Pebble Beach Food and Wine Festival.
Yeah, we are in a car surrounded by a lot of people on all sides.
It's pretty quiet, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's nice and quiet.
And we've got our wine on the dashboard, which can't happen in many other places in the world.
No, it's really nice. The seat's very comfy.
Yeah, it's super cool. We could actually just stay here for a while and take a nap, chill.
It's funny, like when I got in the car, people were kind of giving me looks. Like, what's this guy doing?
Because they want to be in this car.
Right, of course.
But they're not. So, Richie, I want to talk with you about what's going on in the San Francisco restaurant scene. You're a part of the pulse and the heartbeat, and we'd love to know. Tell our Where Travelers what's going on.
I mean, there's a lot going on. Definitely the socioeconomic landscape has changed in that city with a lot of young people becoming billionaires through their tech IPOs. And at the same time, that's kind of making it hard to staff restaurants and get like good cooks in there because they can't afford to live in the city anymore. So it's strange, but like, we live in a city that's flush with money and lots of people that want to invest and open new places, but the realities of making it work are becoming harder and harder as time goes on.
Yeah.
So it's an interesting time in that city. You find a lot of cooks are going to go work on the peninsula for Facebook or for Apple or for Google because they can go down there and work, Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 and make, $30-$35 an hour. So it's different, but the people that have stayed are, a lot of them are doing really well. There's amazing restaurants, tons of Michelin rated places. And you're seeing some like legacy places hold on, like Zuni,
right?
Has been open for 40 years now.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
What are some of your favorite legacies besides Zuni restaurant? I know we've got Aliota's just got their legacy. Mm-hmm. We've got John's Grill. Do you have any other favorites?
I love Joe's of Westlake that's out in Daly City.
Oh yeah, that's super iconic location.
Yeah, right on the corner there. I love that place just to like bring my kids and get, like eggplant parm or go for brunch and get them like Belgian waffles and, breakfast sausage and things like that. I also love Swan Oyster Depot.
Right.
The key to going there.
Yeah, what's the key? Because you guys, this is this place on Polk Street that always has a line out the door. So tell our listeners the secret.
Go at 2:30.
Oh, okay.
Go late. Don't go early, because if you go early, an hour before they open, they have a line already.
Yeah, they do.
And if you go late in the afternoon, it really cools off a lot, and you kind of get like more attention from the guy that's working in front of you behind the counter, and you don't feel rushed, because of the line being there. It's sort of like a nicer, more mellow experience there.
Can you tell us why that place is so famous and it's been such an institution for so long?
I mean, it feels, there's an air of like, it's the most down-to-earth place in the whole world, right? But it feels exclusive because there's only so many seats at that counter,
That's right.
And you do get very personalized service, and the seafood is just really, really good. It's super fresh, especially if you go like during the winter when Dungeness is in season. It's just, you can really feast on some of the best seafood in the world there. Yeah,
it's fantastic. So we know your favorite seafood restaurant. What's your favorite Mexican restaurant? Do you have a favorite Mexican restaurant?
Well, so it depends on what you're going for. If you, just want like chill tacos or burritos, or you're coming out of like a bar late night, like Taqueria Cancun is great.
Can you tell our listeners where that's located?
It's on Mission Street between 18th and 19th.
Awesome.
But if you want, sort of like a different experience, there's two places. There's Nopalito, which, grinds all their corn in-house. Everything's organic and from the market. That's great. And then if you want like a super high-end experience, there's Californios, and that's like Michelin rated, So there's really like such a wide breadth of Mexican food in that city. And it's nice to be able to, kind of pick and choose what your experience is like.
Yeah. How about Korean? Do you have a favorite Korean?
Oh, man. So, again, it depends on, like, what you're looking for in that city. But there's a place called Yakiniku, and it's in Japantown. It's on the second floor, and it's the place you go, like, with your friends. Like, bring, like, 5 or 6 friends there and get a big table and share everything and drink a bunch of height. And get around to soju, and then just like, and they have all the weird bits too. Yeah, they have like the intestines and stuff like that, like beef intestines and things like that. So you can really have like a fun, like loud, raucous time there. And I feel like there's not a lot of places in the city that support like big groups like that. Yeah, it's hard to get a big table. Yeah, so. Yeah, that's really good to know, like, especially like families who come to San Francisco, like, go get
go hit that one up. What's the name of it again?
Yakiniku. So it's like Yakini and then the letter Q.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Interesting. So how about steak? Where can we get a great steak in San Francisco?
Oh, man, I mean, so many places.
I know, that's what the best thing about San Francisco.
Yeah, so many places. I mean, I love to go to Nopa restaurant when they're doing New York steaks, which is only like once a week.
Oh,
usually.
really?
Yeah. You know, it always comes with like a great set with like, you know, really crispy like farmer's market potatoes and, you know, they'll do like a green garlic chimichurri, like things like that. So I love to go there. And then there's a place that just closed that I used to love to go to steaks that was in like downtown North Beach area.
Well, you can't tell us about places that don't exist anymore.
But that was the best place. That was the best place. But Nopa on the night when they're doing steaks, they even do hanger steak, which is great too. But you got to go on the night when they do New York's because they cook them over an open fire. Okay. And there's like, you know, rotisserie chickens like dropping juices on it and everything. Like it's great.
Fantastic. Yeah. How about Italian? Favorite Italian?
Oh man, I mean, San Francisco's rich with Italian food. I'm partial towards Delfina, you know, which has been open for going on 20 years now. And
they've got a few locations in San Francisco, right?
They now have pizzerias. They have 3 in the city, and then there's one on the peninsula and one in Palo Alto. Wow. And then they have La Conda, which is their like Roman restaurant that's on Valencia. Okay, yeah. And then there's the original Delfina that's on 18th Street. Yeah. And I love to go there and get the compo salad, get, you know, one other antipasti, you know, depending on whatever they have on offer, and then just go hard on pasta the rest of the time. So you have to get the spaghetti. You have to get the agnolotti if they have that on menu. Like any filled pasta that they have is great. And then try the vegetarian one. They usually have like a mushroom pasta with like nettles or something like that. And those are always fantastic because there's a ton of cheese in them.
And you can't go wrong with cheese.
You just load them up with cheese. So you're like, why is this vegetarian pasta so good? And right. It's because you're eating like 2 cups of cheese.
Fantastic. Yeah. Is there any chefs that we should keep an eye on that are out, you know, opening up restaurants or, you know, anybody we should...
I mean, there's a ton of up-and-coming talent in that town. The chefs that I'm watching right now are chefs that have a place open and are kind of nearing that, like, 6 or 7 year mark, but they're still young, and you can tell that they're getting ready to do the next thing in their career, like the next big thing. So I think that Sarah and Evan Rich from Rich Table are right at that spot. Right. Because they have Rich Table open, and they have the Michelin star there, and then they have... you know, RT Rotisserie open, which you feel like that's a concept that they could just blow up, you know, because everyone loves rotisserie chicken, right? I'm kind of watching them just to see, like, where they go and how they start to expand their little empire, you know? And then seeing the way that, like, chefs like Stuart and Nicole Brioza are sort of nurturing their chefs under them and trying to give them as much shine as they can.
And so just to let our listeners know, these 2 phenomenal chefs opened up State Bird Provision and then the Progress next door in a neighborhood that was a little bit floundering, and I think that they brought that part of the city back to life a bit.
They really, like, because it's interesting because they're on Fillmore Street, but Fillmore Street is divided by Geary, and everything that is to the east of Geary is super bougie, high-end. Totally. And everything that's to the west is, you know, a little more, like, urban and, you know, run down. Right. A lot of storefronts that are vacant. So, yeah, they definitely, like, took a gamble on opening the neighborhood. But, yeah, I mean, it's amazing to see what they've done with it.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Yeah, I'm excited about them. Indian food, I see that Indian food is really taking center stage in San Francisco, a lot of fusion. Can you tell our listeners about some of your favorite places?
So, Indian food and I don't always get along because it's so spicy. Like, there's a time that I was at Dosa sitting at the bar with my friend, and I was, like, so dying from heat that she was like embarrassed, and she's like, I'm gonna get you a mango lassi, and I was like, what's that? She's like, it's a kid's drink, but it has yogurt in it and it'll make you feel better. And I was like, okay. So I love Dosa, and they've been around forever. It's a beautiful space, like right there in Japantown. I think watching like ambassadors of Indian cuisine, like Preeti Mistry,
phenomenal,
you know, is an amazing voice for her community and especially for her cuisine, you know. And just speaking to her about sort of the details of like how Indian food among classes is different in India, and how she tries to translate that into a menu in the States is really interesting. Yeah. So, yeah.
Oh, People are knocking on our roof. I guess it's time we need to stop. Yeah, I totally. This is so fascinating. Thank you so much, Richie, for your time.
Yeah, thanks for having me in the car.
And once again, this is Teresa Rodriguez with Where Traveler Podcast. You can find our podcast at wheretraveler.com. And Richie, where can they find you?
I am on social media as Line Cook, so at Line Cook on Twitter and Instagram is my handle.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much.
I'm Teresa Rodriguez, Editor-in-Chief of Where San Francisco, and you're listening to Where Travel Podcast, where we'd love to talk about anything related to travel. For more information about this episode, as well as Where Traveler, be sure to check out wheretraveler.com.
Hi, this is Teresa Rodriguez at the Pebble Beach Wine and Food Festival with Where Traveler Podcast. And I'm here with Secret Lasagna Chef, Royce Burke. Thank you so much for taking the time to hang out with me in this cool car.
Thank you for having me. This is indeed a very cool car. There's people all around us, and I still can't hear anything.
That's so fantastic.
It's wonderful.
Hey, so tell me about what's going on here. What are you going to be doing here at the food festival?
So for Pebble Beach this year, I did the famous breakfast burrito from Yarrow Cafe, which is my restaurant on Fairfax in Los Angeles, for the Celebrity Chef Golf Tournament on Thursday morning. And then tonight at the after party, I'm doing my famous secret lasagna, both the vegan and the braised beef shank version. We're doing a couple of new late night spots and a couple projects from the whole Royce Burke Secret Kitchen family. So
I'm super excited about that. And let's talk about LA and your career.
Yeah.
Let's talk about where your restaurants are, because, we do have a lot of Where travelers who go to LA. So how can they, let's talk about that.
Okay. So I do a lot of things in Chinatown. I'm opening a new bagel stand in Chinatown next week. And then we're going to be doing, in about a month or two, a full late night restaurant for Secret Lasagna with beer and wine. It's going to be nuts.
Where's that?
That'll be in Chinatown, Los Angeles.
What's the address?
It'll be in the Far East Plaza.
Okay.
It's 727 North Broadway, near where Helen Ray's is. I have my vegetarian breakfast and lunch restaurant on Fairfax Avenue, right over by LACMA, the famous art museum.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just been wonderful getting to know the other side of the city. I think most of my career I've spent in restaurants in downtown area, so it's been good to the city is so big, and getting to know other parts of it is really crucial.
So being, an awesome celebrity chef who's got these incredible restaurants, do you have some secret hangouts that you go to that you want to share with our listeners?
I always love, one of my favorite evening haunts is going to Mozza, sitting at the bar, ordering a Nancy Caesar salad, have a glass of wine or Maro. Anna Jack Thai food in Sherman Oaks is incredible. Crazy delicious. And then I do eat a lot of Thai food. So also, my friend Jazz's restaurant, Gelada in Hollywood, is absolutely freaking insane. It'll kick your ass with the spice, but it is unbelievably delicious. And she just makes you feel like you spent the afternoon with your delightful aunt, hanging out and eating delicious food.
Oh, and where's that at?
That's in Hollywood at Gelada Thai.
Gelada Thai. So
yeah.
She's your favorite Thai aunt who's just making you a Gelada Thai.
100%. Just give her a big hug.
I love it.
Make sure you take a picture with her. She loves it.
You hear that, people? And when you take a picture, make sure you tag it at Where Traveler with a chance to be in our magazines across the nation. I want to thank you, Royce,
Thank you for having me.
Hanging out with me in this sweet ride.
Sweet car. Thank you, Alexis.
Yeah, that we're sitting here in a car drinking wine. We're not driving, people. So.
Don't worry. It's sitting stationary. I think they disabled the engine on this thing.
So this is Teresa Rodriguez at the Pebble Beach Wine and Food Festival. Wheretraveler.com for more information. Hi, this is Teresa Rodriguez with Where Traveler Podcast, and we are at the Pebble Beach Food and Wine Festival, and I'm here with Tiffany Page, and believe it or not, we're sitting in a Lexus.
It's amazing.
We are not drinking and driving, but you need to tell me about this car, girl.
I will definitely do that. Hi, everyone. Well, thanks for having me. So here at the Pebble Beach Food and Wine, Lexus is a sponsor, and so we have vehicles on what's called a static display. So they're standing still. We're not drinking and driving.
No,
here.
we're drinking and staying still.
Yes, and what a great thing to point out right away is we're sitting inside the vehicle, and it's so noisy outside. There's a DJ. There's thousands of people people here, and what's so amazing is you actually probably can't hear it.
Right.
So these doors are triple sealed. You know, they do a lot of soundproofing for the vehicle so that you really have that smooth, quiet ride. So
this is where I'm going to come back and take a nap after like halfway
You won't be the only one. You'll be sharing the back seat with some other people.
But okay, so I just walked past this car, and it's got a wine cellar in the trunk. Tell me what's going on.
So fun. So this vehicle was done by a company called Beyond Marketing. The ES350 is a vehicle we sell, but they kind of just did some fun upgrades to it, especially because we sponsor so many food and wine events across the country. So in the trunk, it's kind of like the modern or elevated tailgate party that you can have. So it has wine glasses set in a case, a glass case that you can view. It has a little fridge so you can chill your wine bottles, and then it actually even has like chiller in the side of the trunk. So cool. So if you didn't get to chill your rosé or your Sauvignon Blanc, you can do that. So it's really fun. And then it has these cork floor mats.
That's so crazy.
I love these. I wish we could actually get these. I think it's kind of fun.
Yeah, they're super cool. And so tell me about this Food and Wine Festival and what's going on here today.
So Lexus has this theme. It's very southern. It's kind of the New Orleans, Bourbon Street. We're doing mint juleps. It has this really colorful theme, as you can see, and people are coming in. We've got chefs, and they're serving the food and the drinks, and really having a good time here.
Yeah, I think it's important to mention there's chefs from around the world. We've got Michelin starred chefs here. We've got celebrity chefs, like me. Like I planned it all. The event has celebrity chefs that we're going to be interviewing throughout the course of the festival, and I think we're just going to come in and use your car if you're cool with that.
Please, yeah. Maybe you can even... This is the ES350. It's a 3.5 V6. This is the F Sport package, which is the first year to do it for 2019. It was redesigned, and so it's a little sportier, as you can see. It gives you suspension change, a little sportier look on the outside with the grille, the wheels, even the seats you can see are a little bolstered here, really hold you in place. It also comes in a hybrid, so that's very exciting. And gives you great gas mileage. And then we have the LC 500 at the front, so you can maybe do one of those interviews in there.
Oh yeah, I actually am driving one of those this weekend.
You are? Oh, isn't it fantastic?
Yeah, I've got roomed. Somebody actually came up to me, pulled up next to me, and roomed me. I'm like, I'm not going to race you. It's not going to happen.
I love that. He roomed me.
This is a rental. I'm not going to engage in that.
Yeah, that was started as a concept vehicle, and people loved it so much we brought it to production. So it comes in a gas engine and a hybrid.
Yeah, and I think we should tell people that's the car that was used in the film Black Panther, right?
Yes, one of the vehicles in Black Panther, for sure.
Yeah, super sexy car. So thank you so much, Tiffany. We're going to, I'm going to head out and meet some chefs.
All right, yeah. Don't forget to get a mint julep on your way out.
I won't. I will not forget that. Thank you all. This is Teresa Rodriguez with Where Traveler Podcast. You can find us at wheretraveler.com. Hi, this is Teresa Rodriguez with Where Traveler Podcast, and we're at the Pebble Beach Food and Wine Festival. I am here with the celebrated chef Sheldon Simeon.
Hello, aloha.
In the car, Sheldon.
How crazy is this? We're riding out right in the middle of the grand tasting tent.
So fantastic. We're in a car that Black Panther was filmed in the LC 500.
I damn feel like Black Panther right now.
Well, you look like Black Panther. We all know Chef. He is from Hilo. He was on season 10 of Top Chef in Seattle, and he won the coveted fan favorite title.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
So, what I want to talk about is we've got a lot of Where Travelers who go to Hawaii and Maui. So I'd love to tell our listeners about your restaurants.
Yeah.
And some of your favorite things. So let's start with your two restaurants.
So, I've got two restaurants in Maui, one located a minute from the airport. So if you want something to eat right there, Tin Roof is where you want to be. It's small, little 500 square foot spot in a strip mall doing local cuisine. Most things are about $10. Kind of just roll up, no seats, no nothing.
Love it.
It gets crazy busy.
I bet. Well, you're there. So
Yeah, and it's fun. And then I've just recently opened up Lineage restaurant back in October. This is located on the south side in the Shops of Wailea.
Okay.
And that's doing celebrated family recipes, inspired dishes from my upbringing in Hawaii and all these beautiful things all about Hawaii.
Okay, so tell us about your favorite dish that you make. What's one of your favorites?
Yeah, one of my favorites is actually what we're serving here today, and it's our poi mochi. Poi mochi is a soured taro donut that is, we use poi to flavor it. We top it off with a chicken liver pate that's been cured with shiokoji, and then we make this umami bomb with kale and sesame seeds called kale furikake. Yeah.
Wow, that sounds fantastic. And do you serve this at your restaurant?
We do, yeah. It's one of the most popular items.
Fantastic. So what are some of the favorite things that when travelers go to Maui that you would recommend for them to do while they're there?
Well, we have amazing beaches, right? The beaches there are world class. So take your time off, get a Mai Tai, get a cooler of beers, and enjoy the beaches because they're amazing. The food there, the fish, poke.
Oh, yeah.
The poke is amazing. So if you like raw tuna and done really traditional way, it's amazing. Come out and see us.
Yeah. And how about like some of the places to eat besides yours? Yeah. Do you have like a secret place you go with your family when you're not working?
Yeah. I love to go to Kaana Kitchen, and that's at the Andaz, and they're doing a lot of the same things. Family-inspired dishes, but elevated in a way that is so beautiful.
Yeah, I just find your food so elevated. That's what's so amazing, is that you're taking these really beautiful traditional ingredients and fusing them together in these fantastical ways.
You know what's crazy about it? The fusion is so natural because that's how our culinary landscape is we have so many amazing ethnicities that has migrated to make Hawaii their home, and they all kind of just come together and make this beautiful cuisine.
Yeah, you've done a fantastic job at this beautiful cuisine. So how are you finding the Pebble Beach Food and Wine Festival?
You know, it's my first year and we didn't know what to expect, but everything has kind of blown all my expectations away. I get to hang out with all of my friends who I don't see too often, and the food and the wine is just world class. Yeah. It's amazing. And the backdrop of everything, this place is beautiful for sure.
So amazing. Well, I just feel really lucky that I got to spend some time with you, Chef. Thank you so much.
Likewise.
How can our listeners find you?
Hit me up at Chef Wonder on Instagram and Chef Sheldon Simeon on Facebook. Check us out on tinroofmaui.com and lineagemaui.com.
Thank you so much for your time.
All right, mahalo. Let's ride out in this Lexus.
Woohoo! This is Teresa Rodriguez, a Where Traveler podcast. You can find all these podcasts at wheretraveler.com. Thank you, listeners, for joining me. You've been listening to the Where Traveler podcast, hosted by me, Teresa Rodriguez. This episode was produced and directed by Pete A. Turner, John Leon Guerrero, and Victoria Shepard. To listen to this podcast, find out more information about the crew, as well as Where Traveler, visit wheretraveler.com, your ultimate destination guide.